Well, hello there. Welcome, everybody. How you doing?
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on?
What's up? Hey. We got stuff to talk to you about. You know what the cool part of that is, Tom?
No, what is that, brother? I decided I'm going to be a little more excited when you ask me questions.
Yeah, because you're like out of it most of the time when I ask you a question.
Yes, let me know, brother.
Now we have absolutely no idea what we want to talk to you guys about.
Yeah.
Is it dark in here?
I like it, man. It's very cozy.
It's
very
not,
romantic. Very romantic.
Nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed. I just haven't been here for a while. What are you doing? Okay, Tom is in a very, very goofy mood.
I'm giddy today, guys. I'm giddy.
Which is completely fine. Completely fine. Hey, guys, go ahead. Do me a big solid, as the young people say. Is that a young people thing, Tom? Tom is more in tune with the young hip crowd. Hit the like button.
I'm very young and hip.
Seriously, hit the like button.
Speaking of hips, my wife...
Whoa, relax.
My wife came up to me today. She's like, my hip hurts. Does yours? I'm like, no. Like, why would my hip hurt? I'm totally fine.
It's just funny that she would assume because her hip hurts. Yeah. Yours must hurt as well.
Yeah, because you know why?
Marriage.
We went on a 2-hour walk together.
Okay, that makes a lot more
which
sense.
Is intense because when our first kid was born, we would go on a lot of walks.
Yeah.
Second kid, we completely gave up on walks, and so we hadn't walked together for a long time. And she's like, "Let's go on a walk." So we walked for 4 miles.
But Tom, context matters, right? Like you should have started with. My wife and I went on a walk. Yes. And then today she said, my hip hurts. Does yours? That would make a lot more sense.
No, but I don't know if it's because of the walk.
But that would make, still that would make absolute sense. Yeah. Like
instead of like, oh, speaking of hips.
Yeah, like my wife was like, my hip hurts. Does yours? Then we're like, we think your wife is like lost it.
Yeah. No,
she just thinks somehow there's this... the marriage connection that happens like, oh, if I get an earache, you get an earache, you know?
Yes.
Which some women might process information like that. I don't know. Now all the women are going to come out and be like, did you see Arthur said women? Yeah, I mean, it's just, I've never seen guys say stuff like that, but I've seen women say stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, we are here. We want to say hi to everybody. Drop a comment. Tell us where you are joining us from.
Oh, you didn't let me finish my story.
It's done. You said...
No. We went walking. That's what I was going to say. For 4 miles. You weren't even impressed. Like, you didn't even look at me and be like, wow, 4 miles, great. Bro, you know what? Forget about it.
You ride your bike into the mountains and stuff like that.
But I mean, 4 mile walk. I was dying up to Montrose.
Bro, amazing.
Yes, thank you.
I don't remember when the last time was that I walked.
Yeah.
Let alone 4 miles.
You know, walking is...
I've started teleporting places.
You know, intentional walking is different than non-intentional walking.
You're right.
Right? So you can get in like 10,000 steps a day because you were walking around your house cleaning and stuff like that. But that's not the same as 10,000 steps like with a planned out time of, let's say, a 3-hour walk because your heart is racing, things are happening where like you moving around the house doesn't work.
You're trying to tell us that you exercised.
Yeah, and then I wore this shirt this morning, and it was I literally couldn't breathe. By the way, I was at a party yesterday.
Whoa, thanks, bro. Thanks for
like a kid's party.
Like, seriously.
I was at a party yesterday.
Okay, it's not getting any better.
And I hadn't seen someone for a long time, and I saw them. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And the first thing they did is they just touched my stomach and didn't say anything. Just like...
Was it an older person?
Not really older, but older than me. But I was like, wow, man. Like, am I that fat? And this is the day after I went walking. So I was like, bro, do you even know, like, I went walking? You wouldn't be saying stupid stuff like that if you knew.
Completely discouraged.
Yeah, it was very discouraging.
Oh, man. I'm
not done, though. I'm just kidding.
I bought a new suit the other day.
Wow.
Because I don't fit into any of my other suits.
That's amazing.
That's not amazing. I'm fat. I'm like 40 pounds overweight.
I'm just reading ChatGPT responses.
Would you looking at me, would you say I'm about 30, 35 pounds overweight?
I mean, compared to when you did that gym challenge.
That's different. I was at like 171 there.
No. I think it's subjective, the overweight kind of stuff.
No.
I mean, we have a friend that we both know, by the way. Like
who's extremely... No.
Who's extremely fat. No, we have a friend who's one of the skinniest people I've ever met in my life. But apparently her BMI says she's overweight.
Yeah.
Like, what? So that's what I've been telling myself recently.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't compare yourself to people who have like just abnormal
My
genetics.
BMI is lying to me.
The thing is that when you've been active your whole life, playing sports and all that stuff, and then you put on weight, you feel it a lot. In my opinion, you feel it a lot more.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, so bought a new suit the other day, wore it to an engagement thing. It's a fly suit, bro. It's a nice suit.
Very nice.
Like, have you seen the picture?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'll show you some picture. I won't show you guys a picture, but it's a nice suit. But I'm gonna get another one too. But then it was like, I was like, dude, I seriously need to like drop weight. Like, it'll look a lot like better.
Oh, okay. Okay, very nice. You went the Benny Hinn color again.
What do you mean?
You went the
Dude,
prosperity gospel.
It's gray.
Wait, let me see. Am I looking at the wrong person?
What do you mean? That's me, bro. I'm the
Oh,
blonde guy.
I thought that's blue. That looks blue.
No,
Am I colorblind?
No, because it's the lighting.
Oh, it's the lighting thing.
Yeah.
I thought you went fully blue again.
No, well, here it looks bluer here,
Wow.
but it's not.
You
it's
know,
not
I
blue.
realize you have a really good like picture taking stance.
Where my fatness doesn't show.
No, just your overall stance. You did this one thing where your leg is stuck out.
Yeah.
I'm always the guy that just like I'm almost ready for the picture. You know those guys?
Like this guy.
Yeah. Like I'm almost there. I'm like if
Like this guy.
no, he's pretty good.
Why are
He's
they all?
pretty-
Why are they all grabbing their women? Like
yeah,
someone's gonna
and you're not
steal
even
it.
next to your wife, are you?
Oh, I am. Come on, bro.
Oh, okay,
Don't
yeah,
hate.
that's right. That's
Don't
right.
hate
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, but you're like
That's a bad picture.
okay, yeah.
Well, we took multiple ones. Whatnot. Yeah. But I was feeling it the other day. I was like, man, Art, you've kind of let yourself go.
Yeah.
Which I have. For those of you guys who watched this channel for a while, you're like, oh, you know, Arthur's cheeks are healthier. Okay, let's say
right.
hi to folks. Can we say hi to folks before like hit the like button? Like I
I'm
said.
gonna touch Tom's tummy next time.
Salwa says, marhaba, good day, mate. She's from Australia.
What's marhaba, like hello?
Yeah,
What's thank you in Arabic?
shukran.
Dang it, man! That's the one I needed yesterday. There was a vendor from Lebanon, and
so
he comes up to me and he's like he starts talking like Armenian words and stuff randomly, like he's just dropping a cake standoff, and then he's like, "You're Armenian?" I was like, "Yeah," and then I'm like, he's like, "I'm Lebanese," and then I was like, "Oh,
you
cool."
forgot how to say thank you.
I was like, "Oh, cool," and he's like, I'm like, "Oh, like I think he wants to chat," so I was like, "Oh, I have Lebanese friends." He's like, I hope they're good and they don't embarrass us," and I was like, "No, they're pretty good," and he's like, because not all 5 fingers on the hand are the same.
that is gold, bro.
Yeah, I was like, this is probably sounds really good in Arabic, but I was like, what? Not all 5 fingers.
That's a great proverb. Like, I got it.
Yeah, I got it too. It took me a second. I was like, not all 5. Yeah, and then I got it. No, I got it. But then I wanted to say, what was thank you again? Shukran. And I couldn't think of it. All I could think about was Habibi. And I was like, I'm not saying that to this guy. Like, he's way too serious right now.
Oh, gosh. But hey, folks, use that, okay? Not all 5 fingers on a hand are the same. That is some golden, like, Middle Eastern wisdom there, bro. That one line tells you everything you need to know about society.
Yeah.
Only if politicians understood it. Okay, I made this before starting time. Thanks for being here. Alpha Beta says, hi, Ahmed. It's Ahmed nicht, because there's multiples of us. But hey, what's up? No, I haven't hit the like button. Sorry if I sound too forward. What's with the question? Looking before gearing. Oh, wow.
Who said that?
Salwa. It just, hey, you know, we just assume people who like our channel will hit the like button because they know.
I just hit the like button.
Yeah. Hey, brothers, miss you. Jimmy, how you doing, brother? I saw a nice picture of Jimmy. I forget what he was wearing. He was wearing a really nice shirt or hoodie. Oh, man. He posted on Facebook before their live. Jimmy, that was... I know it had some, like, glory stuff on there, but it looked good. I love this channel, Richard says. Love the channel. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate the support. Nick says, God is good. We say all the time. Nick's used to that kind of interaction, you know, because he's a pastor and all that. And Arthur, do not wear a football shirt challenge. Brother, it is Monday. It's the Monday after the Sunday that Liverpool won their game. Like,
Liverpool won a game?
Finally.
Wow, congratulations.
Finally. Thank you. 2-0. We actually didn't concede any goals. Amazing. So Jerome Jerome, you bought this for me. How do I not wear this? Can you tell me how I don't wear this? Jerome bought it for me, brought it with him from England and gave it to me.
It's getting a little tight on you, though. I'll say that much. Like from the side view.
Well, it's not getting tight. It was tight.
Yeah, but
it's my size.
Yeah.
If I go larger than this, it's going to look silly.
I mean, I can see your belly button.
Yeah, because I'm fat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to say that, but you said it.
Well, Jerome said that this channel, Jerome's been watching this and he keeps track of things like this. He said this channel turns into a weight loss channel every couple of months.
Yeah, it's bad. Guys, it's bad. I hate H&M, by the way. I think it's the worst store. And this is why, by the way, because they never have double extra large.
They never have it?
No, I've never seen double XL.
Maybe
on their website, but
why would they get
that's by the way, that's discrimination.
Double XL doesn't exist in Europe.
Yeah. That's why I don't live in Europe. But as I was gaining weight in the last year, I went from double XL to triple XL. So right now I've been wearing triple XL. This is 3XL right now, okay? And then I was like, dang, this is getting really tight on me. But I couldn't find anything more than 3XL. Because, some of the 3XLs are like XLs, Anyways. But I realized Burlington, okay, has a husky section where it's like tall and stuff like that. Brother, when I saw it, it was like breathing again for the first time. It was like taking my first breath.
For those of you guys who are watching that, you might not know this. You might think Tom and I are the same height because we got that camera trick stuff going on. Okay? Like I make him lower his chair and I raise mine up all the way. And then we arrange it in such a way where we look, it's just visually more pleasing. Yeah. That's why we do it.
We're definitely not the same.
I don't do it because I'm like, Tom, I want to be as tall as you are, right? It's just visually, you want stuff to be eye line and all that stuff. It's just camera stuff. But Tom is way taller than I am. He's a big dude, right? He's jacked basketball player. Used to be able to dunk. Or not used to be able to dunk. He dunked once.
Yes, I dunked on a 7-foot court.
And then, go away, I've dunked on 7-foot courts.
My kid thinks, by the way, my son thinks I'm a crazy dunker and stuff.
Bro, I heard that your son thinks like Kobe's died, but then he gave this speech in class. He said Kobe died, Michael Jordan died, Shaq died. Yeah. He's just like anybody from that generation to him is dead.
Yes. He also thinks I played in the NBA. I played professional basketball. Which I'm letting that one go on as long as possible, by the way, until he can Google it or something.
Has he seen pictures with you playing basketball?
Yeah. He literally thinks I was in the NBA. But
that's hilarious.
I got to the park because you know how our kids do Friday park event. I got to the park and one of the coaches there, he's a male coach. You know him.
Yes,
he's #1 real estate agent.
Yes.
He's like, he saw me and he's like, bro, why is your kid telling me that he plays in the NBA? You play in the NBA. I was like, and my kid's standing right there. I was like, what do you mean, bro? What's false about what he's telling me? And he's like, bro, I'm not gonna. I'm like, yes, you are. You better do this. I'm like, we've gone through long battles, but this is not something you want to battle with me. You tell that kid that I played in the NBA. He's like, all right.
Oh man, Arthur doesn't walk. He shuffles like an old man. I know this shuffle well. Wow.
Arthur's a very fast walker, guys, by the way.
Am I?
When he walked, yesterday, he walked into church, and I saw him at the entrance.
And you blinked, and I was.
And then you were right there. And you know how Arthur, guys. By the way, you know how Arthur greets.
People think I walk. Yeah. I teleport.
Yeah, and Arthur, he greets you by just asking you a question. By the way, that's how he greets you. When Arthur sees me at church, I'll see him, and he'll walk up to me, and like, do you know where the microphone is?
Well, because I show up and then people just ask me stuff that I have no idea why they're asking me. I just happen to be the kind of person that people think knows where things are.
Yeah.
So, speaking of women, why are there hardly any women on this live? That's a very good question. But I would also say That probably has to do with just YouTube, generally speaking, is a male-dominated space. I want to go...
And we don't think women should be on podcasts and live streaming services. Paul clearly teaches that.
That's hilarious. Looking at my audience here, analytics, audience. Let's see how many % of our audience are women.
Yeah, come on. Women don't...
Okay, so... Okay. 90 in the last 28 days, 90% of the audience on this channel are males. 9.8% are females.
Wow.
That is a low.
That's bad, guys. Or girls.
Well, it's safe to say guys because...
Yeah, guys.
So...
Because you know why? Because women don't have a sense of humor.
Wow.
A lot of women don't have a sense of humor.
That's going to get clipped, by the way, and sent to your wife.
No, like what? Like, why would you not be on YouTube? It's the best. You know why? Because, women love... Women love doom scrolling, man. Like, I'll find my wife, like, laughing. And I'll be like, you won't believe what I just saw. And it's like a TikTok video of, like, how I look when my husband comes home. And it's like, it's like some random movement and stuff. And I'm like, this is not funny. How do you find this funny?
Yeah.
And they'll laugh together and they'll send it to each other and laugh, like, in messages and stuff. And I'm like, really? And she's like, you don't get it. You just don't get it anymore. Like, dude. Oh my gosh, she's on the chat.
Oops.
My wife's on the chat.
Jesse's in the house. Wow, someone is sleeping on the couch tonight. I personally take offense. You're done. No. Okay, so seriously, I want to see if I can post this up without releasing any private information. I just want to show you guys the lifetime kind of analytics to this channel. And also, apologetics and theology tends to attract individuals, tends to attract guys.
Yeah, more thoughtful and sort of...
Guys. Okay, so here's what that looks like, guys. This is actually what it looks like. I'm just going to ignore Tom.
By the way, I already have my girlfriend... I already have my friends who are women texting me.
You said girlfriend, and now you're in way more trouble.
I already have my friends who are girls texting me saying,
I'm dead.
They're like, what do you mean we don't have a sense of humor?
Are they watching? How come? If they're watching, why aren't they commenting when Salwa said, where are all the women?
Well, they're screaming saying, what do you mean we don't have a sense of humor? Like, the irony is...
So, well, that's exactly the point, I guess. So here's what the analytics on this channel looks like in its lifetime. Okay, so December 19th. Oh, wow. I started this channel December 19th, 2019.
Oh, okay. So it's almost the anniversary.
Dude, we got to do something. I didn't even know I started in December. Okay, excellent.
Let's dress up as women and do that stream as women.
No, we're not doing that. But we'll dress in suits. I'll share something. Remind me. I'll share something. But okay, so the lifetime, 86.8% are males that have watched this channel, 13.2% women. But that tends to go with YouTube kind of numbers as well. That's what I'm trying to say. Majority of our folks fall within 25 to 44-year-old range.
Yes.
Very interesting.
25 to 30?
Majority, yeah. So we're 35%. What is that? 50, 62%. 62% of people. And then if we add the 18 to 24-year-olds, we're looking at 70 some odd percent.
Yeah, so maybe more women just need to join.
That's just people, by the way. That's age, not women.
Yeah, but you got 9. You said 9% of our channel viewers are women?
The last month.
Yeah. I don't know. By the way, I don't know if women, actually, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say, I don't know if women like sitting through long form content.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. They like having long form conversations. What?
Yeah.
Like women love getting on the phone and talking to each other for 2 hours.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if they like long form YouTube because YouTube has a lot of long form stuff, right?
That's true.
Like documentaries, stuff like that. I feel like women like more short, like they don't want to commit long term. 2 videos. Obviously, the videos.
Tom just keeps doing it today, man. Keep it going. I love it.
The videos, but it's fine. You know why?
Tatiana, please tell me you're watching this. Please tell me you're watching it. There's so much good stuff to clip out of this.
Yeah, I mean the statistics don't lie, though. I'm just saying statistically speaking.
That women don't like.
No,
what?
that YouTube is predominantly dominated by male creators and male viewers.
That's true,
right? Like I'm not lying here.
No, you're not. But it's the way you keep saying.
Yeah, I just have to say it a little differently. That's it. Should say it a little differently. Tom got a shovel. Someone said Tom got a shovel.
What?
Like I'm digging myself a hole.
Oh, okay. No, I said that. Congrats on making it over 6 years. But look, if we hit 10,000 subscribers in 6 years, but pretty actively doing it for probably 4.
Yeah.
5 maybe. That's pretty decent. The goal, guys, is to hit. Jesse said, "Tom, just stop." The goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers.
Yes.
By the end of this year, guys. It's this month.
Yes.
You guys need to help us do this.
We want there to be 50 women within that subscriber count. So if you could share it out.
Quota. We need to get a quota.
Yeah.
This DEI hires. This is you guys. What the women need to do is share this channel out and then write best channel for women.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Listen, we talk about important.
Definitely not going to get Nick Fuentes vibes here.
Yeah, and we talk about important stuff here.
Yeah,
and I
got an idea.
Yes,
we invite our wives to sit in on a conversation. Your wife sits next to you. My wife sits next to me, and we talk.
Yeah.
Look, I've done a stream with my wife. People loved it. She just hates being on camera.
But like, we gotta tell them like, there's no hurt feelings. Like we're just going like strong.
But that's normal. That's like normal when you hang out.
Yeah.
That's absolutely normal.
I'm getting attacked, by the way, in my text messages right now.
I so want to see them.
Absolutely attacked.
I so want to see the comments that you're getting.
Truly,
you guys need Saul said, truly, you guys need a bit of education about women. Unless I'm a weird woman. Nope, not weird. And if so, I welcome that too. Poor Tom. Not only the doghouse. back to his mom. That definitely is not the case because Tom's a man's man.
Yes.
Let me just say something. Obviously, guys, I hope you guys are understanding it. There's quite a bit of joking going on here. Remember, we started this stream and I said Tom's in a silly mood, so you've been warned. Now my wife's in the chat.
Hey, listen, I'm not even...
My wife is in the chat.
I'm not even 5%.
My wife never watches my streams, ever.
Your wife texted me saying you are back on my hate list.
Oh, gosh. My wife doesn't watch my streams. Look, I even forced her to put a picture of me in her thing, in her profile. Yeah, you'll gain extra followers if your wives are next to you. Yeah, because our wives balances out in many ways.
Oh, that too.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking like you put two pretty girls on a stream, it gets more viewers.
My wife does not think like that. My wife's probably thinking, yeah, you'll have some intelligent people next to you because you guys are idiots.
Oh, that's what your wife said?
Yeah.
Oh, that was your wife's comment. Okay, yeah, then definitely not. Yeah.
Tom's phone's blowing up so much it sounds like Mossad in the studio. Oh God.
Oh my goodness. This is not. By the way, this is not even 5% of what I actually think. I'm just like. By the way, I'm.
Oh look, Agape's in the chat too. Hey,
Agape. Wow, we have more women in the chat today, as I've been saying.
Hang on, we don't just have women. There is a bunch of Middle Eastern women in the chat.
But you see what they're doing? They're just coming to attack. Like, where were you guys in the last 50 streams when we were talking about important issues? Or where were you guys? But as soon as you rub them a little the wrong way, they're all here. They're like defending their sisterhood. That's what it is. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
You know, I think if we started like talking like that a little bit. Like, women need to understand. Women don't know the reality of. As a man, it's very difficult when women.
Yeah.
When you, I feel like we would get the women traffic coming in, but we don't do that, you know.
No, because we're not Andrew Tate and all the Nick Fuentes, who's probably I've said enough about that, I think.
Yes. Anyways.
Agape says, hey, you guys can talk Farsi to each other in the chat, by the way. Plenty of you guys will understand. Arthur, I watched your sermon on it isn't optional. Here's why worldview depends on it. Here's why worldview depends on it. Yeah. Just say your worldview. And I found myself saying amen a lot while I had it playing in the background. I appreciate that. By the way, that was the talk I gave at the Praise with Reason event that we did, conference that we did. We've posted the second talk of that night, which is Ruslan's talk. And tomorrow we will be hosting David Wood's talk.
Yes.
On how to evangelize boldly. David's got he spoke the longest. And he's got some really cool stats he throws out there. But I appreciate that. Hopefully that talk that I gave will get developed in some ways and be longer, and I'll give it in the future some other places. So one I can't announce just yet. But that's the plan. I'll be speaking somewhere. When it gets announced, you guys will know. Tatiana and Ara said we're watching together.
Oh, that's what's happening.
Yeah, but they're watching together, sitting next to each other on their own phones.
Yeah, now they're gonna feed my wife all these things like, you know, women are passive aggressive like that. Like, he says those things, but would he say those things next to you?
Yeah. Tom's generalizing here, by the way, when he says women are passive aggressive.
Would he say it next to you?
He means some women are passive aggressive.
Yeah, of course. Men are passive aggressive too.
Oh,
we call them.
Todd's calling you out. He said, now you're backpedaling.
No, listen.
No, he's not.
Ain't no backpedaling here. Okay? Listen, if you guys don't want...
No, this is funny. Look at the comment here. This is a woman that's on the side of the men. I can guarantee.
Who is that?
Look at the comment.
I can't see. Oh, hi. Yes, that's a fake woman right there. That's the fakest woman on the chat right now.
Arthur's be like, we got the best women in the chat. We do. That's no question about that.
Yeah.
Second to none. Go.
On a serious note, though.
Go ahead.
Like, I'm actually being serious now, okay? No, like, this is me being serious.
Okay.
I think it would be a lot better if women focused or put more attention on, or more women put attention on some of the serious topics that are discussed in the online, internet, etc. world. I mean, I get it. A lot of them are focused on, children and all that kind of stuff, and that's the most important thing. But there are some conversations like they just don't have a clue about. Like, there are crazy things that happen in, like, whatever, politics, Christian world, and that kind of stuff, and they just don't know about it. Yeah, and I'm like, this is super important. Like, do you know the Supreme Court justice's name that's about to get on? Oh, no, we have no idea. It's like, no, I feel like that's very important. And I think, by the way, I think with YouTube and the streaming services and stuff, you got amazing women that are jumping on making content and bringing interest, like Ali B. Stuckey, and there are loads more of conservative women making content like that, which is really good, by the way. But I think it's still minuscule. Like, I bet you that if you research this, like, who makes the content, who absorbs the content, I think it's minuscule. I think it might be like 90-10, as far as like who's interested in these kind of like heavy hitter topics.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like, are you disagreeing with me?
Me?
By the way, I'm messing up this rug right here.
Oh, really what badly, is wrong with you?
Oh my God, it's like attacking me.
Why do you fight with that rug? Like, how does that happen?
The rug is attacking me.
No. He has really long legs. Stretches them out and then grabs that rug and just pulls it everywhere. I gotta fix it up after he leaves every time. Come on, last I checked, I'm a woman and I'm right in the apologetics. Yeah. You're the exception. Salwa, you're the exception. No question about it. Look, we've actually done these things. And again, here we are. This is on a serious note. We're having these conversations. Like, I just got back from ETS, the Evangelical Theological Society Conference. The ETS is heavily, heavily, heavily dominated by men. Mm-hmm. Okay? Where more women have been coming to the conference, and it's noticeable. It's absolutely noticeable. Like, oh, wow, the number of women scholars has gone up. They're here. So that's noticeable. even the men who've been coming for years have started bringing their wives with them to the conference, and that's visible. Like it's just because it wasn't even close. Like there was such an absence of women. I was sitting in a talk that I was listening to, and out of maybe 20, 30 people in there, there'd be one woman. Now there's more. By the way, when you take that and and it goes from 1 to 5, that's a huge difference. Even though it's a low turnout still, but it's still a huge difference. So, okay.
I have so much that I want to say, but I will never say. Is that maturity, by the way? Would you consider that maturity?
Yeah, I mean, in certain things. I mean, sometimes it's just being a coward, but...
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What?
What? Like, there's people who are cowards who don't say things, and then there's moments in which you bite your tongue.
No, look. I could say a lot on this topic, but I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing peace. Okay, so that's what I'm good, guys.
Well, peace for us, everybody, or peace for you
I'm
specifically?
Choosing peace. By the way,
when you said that they're teaching your wife this stuff, or not teaching, telling your wife, like he wouldn't say that near you and stuff. My wife wrote, "We don't need to do that because it's facts."
Facts.
Yeah, and my wife's
over
like,
your feelings.
Facts don't care about
Listen,
you.
my wife has been very interested. She actually asked me if she could go to I think it's called Spare the Arrows or Share the Arrows.
Okay.
It's a conference that they put specifically on politics, and it's all women. It's
your wife is to a certain extent an exception on some of this stuff.
Yeah. So she's super interested in this stuff. But I think I don't want to take the full.
That is because of you.
Yeah, I don't want to take full credit for it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's because of Tom. If Tatiana was not married to Tom, she wouldn't be as politically engaged.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
But
fight me.
But listen, that's good, by the way.
It's great.
Like I'm not saying that
you're leading well.
By the way, I'm not saying that women have to get up and go to like every like apologetics, theology conference and stuff like that. Yeah. Because especially in the conservative women field, they have way more important things to do.
Yeah, like for example, I told my wife come to ETS with me, and she looked at me and she said, "Who's going to take care of your kids?"
Yeah.
I said, "Fair point."
Yeah.
Fair point.
So so I'm not saying that has to happen, but I'm saying it would be good if women were more engaged in the conversations that happen that are important, and they can't give the I don't have time. You know how many million things I have to. It's like, come on, girls are doom scrolling 24/7, man.
Yeah.
24. Like we do it too, but 24/7. Like if you see the content they're watching, it's like brain rot. You know that term?
Yeah, man.
It's like brain rot content. A lot of times it's brain rot content. But if that focus was put on more like what's happening, what are the laws being passed, who are the people running for Congress or Senate, what's happening in the school, like look what happened when women focused on the schools, right, in Virginia, right? Remember the whole Virginia where a transgender person walked into a locker room and it started this thing and all the moms came out and they started an entire movement. The governor of Virginia, changed to a Republican for the first time in 40 plus years because moms got out and they said, we're done with this. And then as soon as they stepped back again, as soon as it died down a little, the mama bear stepped back again. What happened? Virginia just went back to a psychopath left liberal. Well, not really. She's more on the moderate side, but a liberal nonetheless. And they lost everything else and blah, blah, blah down the line. That's all I'm trying to say.
Look. The reality is that it is true that certain areas, and there's research behind this. We're not just randomly pontificating here. That women get attracted to certain industries and certain things they care about, and then guys get attracted and are interested in other things. So if you put it on a bell curve, you're obviously going to have exceptions.
Yeah, of course.
You're obviously going to have the sciences be like heavily male dominated. And then you're going to have like nursing heavily female dominated. And then you're going to have like some of the guys that are in nursing and then some women that are in the sciences.
Yeah.
But again, those are the exceptions, right? Like on the bell curve, they're the exceptions. Maybe exception is the wrong word to use for this, but I can't think about a better word to use. My vocabulary is limited. English is a second language to me. So, which is fine. Look, I always encourage women to get involved in things like apologetics. We need more women involved in apologetics. There's ways and areas in which women can speak into, that I think it's hard for guys to do that. The other thing is, we're not just evangelizing to guys. Like, we are evangelizing to everyone, men and women, and having women who are doing that as well. So think, like when I think about the Bible, I think about Priscilla, right? Priscilla and Aquila in the book of Acts. Like, Priscilla seems to be a very able and apt individual, considering that when we see Apollos, that his conversation is with Priscilla and Aquila together. Like, Priscilla's included in that conversation. She's included first, actually, before her husband, which is a very interesting way to state an event is happening, to include her first. So we definitely need women involved in this space. So I really like, especially recently, we've seen not only conservative women, but Christian conservative women, Tom. Right? Like you mentioned Ali Beth.
Yeah.
Melissa Doherty, like Melissa's huge. She does really, really cool stuff. She's able to speak into things and make fun of situations, and that, like, I don't think guys can do. So yeah, we need more people, more women involved in these areas, and engaging in these things. So, and if we're saying, well, I am, and I'm saying, okay, yes, you're the except for every one woman that's doing that, there's like 30 guys that are doing it. That's what we're looking at. Like, what were our numbers? I don't know. It's like, basically it's, if I'm being generous, it's 85% to 15%. If not, I'm like 90-10. 90% of the people that watch this channel are men. And I guarantee you, ask other people that do YouTube, that have a way larger of platforms, ask them to give you what their analytics are. Maybe it'll be 80-20. It won't get beyond that.
How did we get here, by the way?
I don't know, man. You just said a couple of random stuff, and then we ended up talking about this. Wow, I just saw a text. Oh, man. Whoa.
Yeah, they're going off, man. Ooh. Yo, peace and blessings. Are you going to a Marlin event in Dallas on February 26th? I don't know what Marlin event is.
Holy heat, what's going on? Thanks for the super chat, brother. Peace and blessings to you too. Are you going to the Marlin event in Dallas? So that's a conference. It's a conference essentially that's happening. That probably not. I am traveling. I got to look at my schedule again. I'm either traveling last week of January and I'll be gone for a week, or it's in February. I don't know. I got to go look at my schedule again, but I can't be away that much. So I appreciate the super chat always.
Yeah.
Appreciate your support always, brother.
He misses me when he goes away. He was texting me all through ETS, brother. Can't wait to come back.
Bro, don't say stuff like that, because then my wife's gonna say things like, "Oh, we
need to hang out. You're not talking to me."
I didn't text you once when I was at ETS. I don't know
about that.
Maybe I'll go.
I got the receipts here, brother. I can pull it out if you want.
Go for it.
Why can't you just admit you miss me, bro? Why can't you just say, brother, because I missed you when I was gone? It wasn't fun hanging out with David Wood and Wes Huff and all those guys. I wanted to hang out with Tom.
Well, it would have been nice if Tom was hanging out with us.
I don't know, man.
Oh, just so big debates. They're Trent Horn versus James White, and a bunch of other folks. I love that other folks are just. Ivan says, I don't really have an interest in Ali Beth's content, but she absolutely killed it on Jubilee, and she gained a ton of respect from me. Yeah. Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I was talking to my wife about this because she's like, we were talking about Ali Beth Stuckey, and I said, never mind. I'm going to choose peace again. But I really like Ali Beth Stuckey. I'll say that much.
Okay.
Guys, I wish the world wasn't like this. Like, I wish I could just say what I wanted to say right now, and like I wouldn't like get flack for it.
Like from who?
Just in general. Like, I don't know, man. This is on the internet. Like, what if like I become a very unfortunate person? I have to work at a really I'm desperate. I need to get a job, and then someone pulls up a video and sends it to like, I don't know.
So I think, Tom, that you could, and this is my personality kind of supervening on your personality, right? It is bearing influence on your personality. I think you can say all the stuff that you want to say in different ways, and you get away with it. The problem,
I don't think I'll get away with it.
The problem is that you want to say it the way you want to say it.
No, no, brother, you're wrong. I don't think I'll get away with it because I think there's when you have a certain
okay, for just argument's sake.
Oh my God, I didn't.
For argument's sake, say what you were gonna say about Alibeth Stuckey, and then I'll say it the way Arthur would say it.
No, but let me tell you, you're not understanding one thing, brother. Okay, let me just tell you this one thing, okay? And then you can go on. I think that when you have a certain persona behind you, like when you're super political like I am, and you supported Donald Trump, and you sort of have this America country.
I supported
Donald
Trump.
But you're different in the way you do it, right? So you're not as engaged in that world. So if I come out and say something like, the statistics show that this blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, there he goes again. Oh, he's just a right winger. He just wants to throw women back into the kitchen. He doesn't even want us to vote, right? Like that's But then when you say it, it's like, oh my God, he's such an intellectual. Like, wow, he just said that so intellectually. Like he's like he has apologetics and he's philosophical thinking and knowledge intellectually and stuff like that. And so that's stuck to you. Like I guarantee you, if I worked, if I didn't give a rat's booty about politics or any of that, it wasn't part of my personality. Like I liked chess. Like I was just a really good chess player. Yeah. Everyone saw me at church and they're like, "Hey man, how's the chess stuff going?" It's good. I just and then I made a little comment. Everyone would be like, "Yeah, he's right. He's got a point." But when you got that that political persona and stuff like that, and I don't know, you like guns and stuff like anything you say is oh, he's just being aggressive, super aggressive, when it's not.
Bro, it's very interesting because typically people think that I'm aggressive.
You are. You're more aggressive.
I know.
You're more aggressive than I am, but I'll get labeled that, brother. You know what I mean?
How does that happen?
Maybe it's the way you talk, bro. I think you slow down when you get annoyed. I think it's you go well, here's the thing, Tom. It's not just that we just want to say whatever we want to say, but there's a right way. And then you talk in this way, and you just it is what it is. And I'm flailing my hands, and I'm just saying the same thing, right? I'm like, world peace, everyone, world peace, and they're like, he's so aggressive, he would probably kill everyone. And I'm like, world peace, guys. And you're like, we just want some sense of peace in the world. And they're like, oh, look at him. He's such a smart guy. He's saying exactly what we've been thinking.
The caricature.
Am I wrong? I feel like that's what it is.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't even want to say it's an age thing.
I look older than you, brother.
No, you don't.
Right now I look older than you.
No, you don't.
See, the way you just said it. No, you don't. I could have been older than you, but everyone watching right now would be like, yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't, clearly.
Hey, chat, if you think I look older than Tom, put 1 in the chat. If you think Tom looks older than me, put 2 in the chat.
I definitely look older than you, bro. I'm
So 1 for me looking older than him, 2 for him.
Bro, I'm shriveled up from all the hate I get, bro. I start not showing my face.
Let's go. Let's hear you. You're a little aggressive, Arthur. You both kind of are. But it's at an appropriate level.
Yeah.
I really don't think Agape has ever seen me actually get aggressive.
Tom looks 19.
Tom, it says two dinosaur on my screen.
Oh.
Speaking of how we talk. Yeah. Well, it's the same person said already.
So many ones coming in.
Arthur got that 41 vibe. I'm not even 41. I just turned 40. Speaking of how we talk, what are your thoughts on Andrew Wilson of the Crucible style debate? Not a fan.
Andrew Wilson got.
By the way, go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's your show.
So here's what I'll say. Andrew Wilson is, without a question, a very bright guy. Very smart. He's very sharp. The only thing that it bothers me about him is the cussing. I can't get behind that. And you can say, Arthur, that's a you issue or whatever like that. Sure, that's fine. I can't picture Jesus talking to people like that. I can picture Jesus talking to people in all sorts of different ways. Can't picture Jesus talking to people like that. And if anybody wants to take me on that and challenge me on that, whether they can picture Jesus talking to people like that, I'll have that conversation with them. And I want to be like Jesus. Somehow I think that Arthur is not aggressive at all. Jerome said that.
See, you said that so nicely, what you just said. Like, I'm emotional.
Jerome said, I don't think Arthur is aggressive. That's because I become all things to all people, like the Bible told me to. Jerome, I have such dirty glasses. So, Tom, what else do you want to say that's going to get you to sleep on the couch tonight?
Brother, I don't want to say anything anymore, man.
But like, okay, let's say this.
Honestly, this might be the last time I'm on this show.
Let's say this. Shut up.
I might be over this, honestly.
Let's say this. That might be like a normal kind of occurrence in some people's homes. Just saying. Like, oh man, this guy said something. His wife's going to get offended. He's going to sleep on the couch. Now I'm going to say something that's going to sound... Bro, that sounds so white.
Ooh, you went there.
Like, what? What? Gonna sleep on the couch? Yeah. Even if I slept on the couch, it would be because I wanted to sleep on the couch. Not because I was made to sleep on the couch by my wife.
Yeah. My wife will sleep on the street before I sleep on the couch.
What are you guys smoking? Just saying. Like,
what kind of couch is this, by the way? What kind of couch? A reclining couch?
Yeah, like it better be. I'm not uncomfortable.
What's the type of couch you're talking about?
That's also true.
Is it a Big Bear couch? Saying, like, does it smell like old people?
People generally like get into that, like, oh, guys. I really have a disgust of this, where guys are always shown like to be like stupid, like.
Yeah, like
ugly, stupid gorillas, like around their like pretty wives and stuff. Like I've had guys come to me and say, like, you know, like this is, I guess in certain settings, this is the sort of stuff people say. Like, hey man, you're really married above your what do they say? Your what?
Yeah, you like.
Like you punched above your weight class or something like that. And I look at him, I was like, who do you think I am?
Yeah.
What do you think I am?
They don't know you when you had hair, bro. They don't know. They don't know the spiky hair.
Without hair. Yes. Even without hair. Right. The thing is like that, like I have nothing to offer.
Yeah.
And then like I was just stumbling like this idiot and I was like, pretty woman who's gonna give me attention.
I'm so stupid.
Like, go away.
Yeah, I hate that too.
My wife and I, and we've streamed about this and we've talked about it. My wife and I got attracted to one another because we argued with one another. And you know who won that argument?
Your wife, obviously, because you're dumb.
Yeah, like in certain settings, that would be the conclusion, right? Yeah. No, I won.
Yeah.
She was wrong.
Yeah.
She still thinks
when she's wrong, you're wrong. When she's right, you're wrong. You know those sayings, like
dumb stuff. It's like, go away, man. You seriously need to hang out with some some red meat eating, red blooded Armenian guys. As Joe Rogan said, and I will quote him on this, that Armenians are some of the Armenian men are some of the most refreshingly masculine men you'll come across. I didn't say that.
Yeah,
Joe Rogan did.
And refreshing just altogether.
Yeah, like just refreshing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't want guys, because this is what ends up happening, that you have this culture of this Nick Fuentes types, right? Where they grow up and they buy into this nonsense that we have to be idiots, and then like we'll end up settling, or we'll end up like some girl will give us attention, and she's pretty and smart and all this stuff, and then we'll go we'll like go throughout the rest of our life saying like, wow, my wife's so much greater than I am and stuff like that. Like my wife has excellent qualities. She's great in so many amazing ways where she compliments me. But like I'm so much better at other stuff. And I compliment her. Thus, complementarianism, ladies and gentlemen. Like
you can walk out. You don't have to stab him now. He's saying all the right stuff. You can go. Okay. We'll see you outside.
And like I say that because here's what I was gonna say: these sorts of guys that are the Nick Fuentes types, and they grow up and then they get frustrated because the girls don't give them attention, all that stuff, and then they start acting out.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they get a platform, and they push out all this just junk about women. But the problem is that our society set them up to fail.
We set them up to fail too, by the way.
Yeah, as
like
men.
The church. No, the church. Like the Christian. You're like, you know, when you agree with someone and they say something crazy, you're like, oh, I don't know about that one. That's where you were going. I was like, just say the most radical thing while he's agreeing. But like we do that too because we don't like have the conversations, right? So there's such a fear of sounding like a chauvinist at times.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I just won't say that. But so I did something recently.
But it has nothing to do with chauvinism. It just has to do with
oh my God.
Stop.
That's not refreshing.
Okay, look, it has nothing to do with chauvinism. You know,
yes.
It has to do with knowing who you are and what you carry in a given situation. See, Tom, if this was a job interview and not a marriage situation, you'd be able to walk in there, throw your resume on the table, and be like, I'm overqualified for this position. Here's what I have to offer. You guys need me. I don't need you. Right? Like if you want to be aggressive in that sense of your company needs me to work for you guys because of what I'm going to bring to the table.
Boom.
And to a certain extent, that's what you're bringing to a household, to a family. That's what you're bringing to a woman. And that's what a woman is bringing to a man in marriage. So in this sense, that there's an equality in there of like, dude, I want all the great traits that my wife has, right? Because it's going to benefit me as an individual. But it's not like one way. I have great things that she's going to need. It's going to benefit her. And I'm not going to act like that doesn't exist. Like it's fake humility.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you know, my wife's so much great. She could be great in all the stuff you're saying, but don't downplay who you are as a person. And then people do, and then they get frustrated. And the next thing you know, they got a side chick, and they're cheating and stuff like that. Why? Well, because for 20 years they've been walking around saying I'm crap.
Yeah.
And then their wife starts believing that they're crap.
Yeah.
And then they start believing they're crap. And then they meet some girl who's a bit younger, maybe a bit more attractive.
Oh, he's going there.
Gives them attention.
Woo!
But this is the truth. Gives them a little bit of attention, and the guy's head over heels over her because he hasn't been. Nobody in 20 years has said, "Wow, man, you bring great qualities to the table."
I'm not agreeing with this part. Put out there, you're saying it. You're saying it. You're definitely saying it.
Brother, this is why people cheat. If people want, then I can bring it into. We're gonna get crazy texts, but I can bring it into the section of like into why women cheat, right? Like, so if a husband is not
statistically they cheat more, by the way, according to Andrew Wilson and stuff.
Yeah, that's okay, but I haven't looked at statistics. That's not
oh my God,
kind of things I'm focusing on. But like when you hear stories and you hear research to a certain extent, and they talk about why women cheat, it's if your husband hasn't told you that he loves you and cares for you and you're beautiful and all this stuff, and then some random guy at the office starts giving you attention, like women cheat for those reasons, right? So this goes both ways. My thing is there is this fakeness that I've constantly seen in specifically American culture, where guys act like they're dumb.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Like they're Homer Simpson. They're what's the other one?
Hank.
Hill
Street on the Hill. What's it called? King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. It's Homer Simpson. It's Hank. It's
Family Guy. What's his name?
Peter Griffin, right?
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, it's like they're all idiots.
Yeah, they're all idiots.
It's Married with Children. It's Al Bundy.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the wife that's got everything like down, and she's she's
using them. She's spending all the money on it.
Yeah.
And the kids don't respect him.
Yeah, he's a goofball in the house.
Like,
yeah,
brother, I got my kids the other day.
Bro, you're on fire right now. Just letting you know. Is there fire extinguisher in here?
I'm cooking today. And people said I'm not aggressive. Hot in here. People said I'm not aggressive. Show this to Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, you might be a little too aggressive, bro. As a more non-aggressive guy, I think this is.
It was crazy, man. Like, I got my kid the other day. I was going to because the kids were off school. Liverpool had a game on like Wednesday or something. They got beat bad, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the pub to watch the game with the kids. Who wants to come? And the boys were like, well, one of them for sure in, and the little one was like, I want to come too. I was like, cool. And then my daughter goes, I want to come too. I was like, you never come to the pub with me. She goes, no, I want to come. I go, okay, cool. So I took the kids to the pub, 3 of them, and my kids heard more cussing in 2 hours than they've ever heard in their life. And it was a bad game because there was anticipation of them playing bad, and then they were playing bad, and every reaction from all the people around us, I don't cuss, was something, right? And I came home, I told my wife, I was like, they heard way too much cussing. She specifically named one child, and she goes, if that one child slips up and cusses, it's your fault. But the thing is that, like, I have conversations with them about this stuff. Like, I acknowledge, hey, you guys heard a bunch of stuff. We don't talk like that. We don't repeat that stuff, right? You got to hang out with me, like something I enjoy doing as your dad, as a man.
Yeah.
It was a great time. We had lunch together. Earlier in the day, we went and pulled out a bunch of teeth out of their mouths. Like, they were in pain and all this stuff as well. So why do I share this? Because they got to spend time with their dad. And then we have serious conversations about life. What they can repeat, what they can't repeat, how they're supposed to behave. That you can be in public and you're gonna hear all sorts of crazy stuff in public that you shouldn't repeat. Like, that's not an excuse. Oh, we heard someone say it. Who cares? That's not the way you talk.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say that is because you put that in opposition to your Homer Simpson or Al Bundy and all this stuff. Like, and then people walk around acting like that, and I just don't tolerate it. Not like that. Don't want to be like that. Don't want to raise kids to be like that. My kids disrespecting me the way, say, those kids are. I know their shows and stuff, but all art is a reflection of society, ladies and gentlemen. Dostoevsky spoke about that.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're like, oh, it's just art, it's just no, it's not just that. There's people who live like that, and if you don't think there's people who live like that, you should spend some time being on the sidelines of your kids' sporting events, and you will see how there are people like that.
And by the way, this is not the case if you watch older movies or older stories and stuff like that. This kind of rhetoric doesn't exist, like where men are these like sloppy giant like cheeseburgers just walking around the house, right? Like that's but what sucks is, Arthur, when it comes from like a pastor, like or a person speaking at church, like they'll come up and they always have like a little bit of a heavy breathing too, like. Well, I want to thank you guys for having us here today. Of course, I got my beautiful wife with me. I'd be nothing without her support, and I'd basically be gay if it wasn't for her. And she's definitely the better half. Yeah. I don't even know how I woke up this morning and put on my pants, and then the whole congregation's like, "Oh my God, he's so funny." And then he goes on to preach. It's like, bro, why would we even listen to you then? Like, get out of here then. Like, let your wife come and preach at this point, honestly. Like, you're building that culture, right?
Correct. So, now listen, the opposite end of that, I disagree as well, right? The opposite end of that being like, especially if you're married, that your wife, in our case, let's just say, because we're men talking, but if you're a woman listening to this, your husband, like, they have nothing to do with your successes. Here's a really cool thing that, big shout out to Talbot School of Theology, Biola University, where I graduated from. Here's something cool they did. They gave my wife a certificate when I graduated. Did you know this, Tom?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they called all the spouses up, predominantly wives, and they gave them certificates for their support of their spouses as they went through seminary and school. I was like, dude, that's cool.
I don't know what I think about that.
But think about this.
Seems like a participation.
But hang on. No, it's not. Because think about this.
Feeding into the culture.
I started seminary as a single guy. I graduated seminary with one kid, married one kid, and another one on the way. Like, my wife had to make many sacrifices for me to study, right? Like, not be there, study. I was working during that time period. Like, there was a lot of sacrifices that were made.
I know, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not going to underplay, say, my successes in life. And that's a success. I finished graduate school. Yay. If I was single, it would have been a lot easier. It absolutely would have been a lot easier. But married with a family and kids and all that stuff, it makes it difficult. And you need a spouse, you need a wife in this case, who's going to be supporting you, who's going to love you in that way. And that's fine. So you acknowledge that. I'm not saying don't acknowledge that stuff, but don't underplay your hand. That's the thing that really gets under my skin is just people acting like stupid. Like, I think the example you gave is really good. You know, like, just where you, like, in this false humility, downplay your accomplishments and who you are as an individual to such a level where we just lose respect for you.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way to do it where it's tasteful and it's true. It's absolutely true. Man, I want to thank my wife for the support she's been with me. Like,
say the real stuff.
Yeah, man. Like, I've had to, when I was in pastoral ministry, there were times where I would get up at 2:00 because people were suffering. They lost a family member, someone died, and I would go visit them. But like, a lot of women would be like, what kind of a job is this? Like, people are always calling on you, and you're giving of yourself to a lot of people. Quite often you're very tired when you come home when you're in ministry, and because you're always kind of giving to people. It's tiring, and it's tiring for spouses. It's tiring for the wife. And so, yes, you do need a really, really good support system in your home.
But it's also on women, by the way, to make Christian women to make sure that men are not treated that way, like in society, right? So, like when we sit around together, we never talk smack about our wives.
Yeah, who the heck does
that?
Like,
ever. We don't sit around like, oh, yeah, my wife was such a slob this morning. She woke up and she like we don't talk. But, and this is going to ruffle some feathers here. I know this is me. All right, I'm going to change the way I say. All right, so many times I've realized just through personal experience and observation that there are a lot of women that put their men down in front of their women friends, right? They dismiss them. They say he's crazy, he's so annoying, can't believe he does stuff like that, and they build that culture of like resentment towards their men. And sometimes it's not in a form of very serious conversation. It's just throwing out there like he can't ever do anything right. He can't ever remember anything. I don't know why it just doesn't stick into his head. And then so it creates that culture. And then that once you talk about your husband like that to others, then others can think about your husband like that, right?
Even if it's true that your husband can't remember anything.
Yeah. I don't have that issue. But
by the way, my wife brought something up the other day, and I was like, what? She's like, remember we went and bought this watch? She was wearing it. I was like, I have no recollection of that. I just do not remember it. That's also because COVID affected me in weird ways. Where there's a lot of stuff I should remember, I don't. But there are things that I don't remember because I don't care to remember them. I'm always remembering stuff. Always remembering stuff. The engagement party I was at, I spent like an hour and a half outside talking to people who were asking me questions. One of the guys got really uncomfortable. He's like, bro, I keep asking you questions. I feel bad. I was like, no, it's fine, bro. Like, go for it, you know? And so like when I'm like remembering, recalling, reading, doing all this stuff, I'm not gonna remember 3, 4, 5 years ago we went to some department store, went to Macy's and bought something. Like, shoot me.
Yeah. Seriously.
More important things than that.
Like I'm not gonna remember your anniversary. Like, just kidding, ladies. Just kidding. Of course. By the way, my anniversary is coming up next week.
What?
7 years on the 7th of December is our anniversary.
See, this is a smart man.
Yeah.
You see that? He picked a date. He picked a date where he can't forget. There's other important events that happened on December 7th.
Yes. There's the earthquake in Armenia.
Yes.
I always tell her when we got together, the earth shook. I don't use the Pearl Harbor one.
I know.
Actually, both of them are messed up. I take it back. See, these are the things I can't take back. I can't reverse.
I know, but here's the thing. You'll never forget your anniversary.
No.
So I got married on May the 4th.
Wow. May the 4th.
Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
Now, some might be like, oh, you did it intentionally. I didn't. I think my wife might have picked a date. Or it was the date that the hall was available.
She did it intentionally. Like plot twist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so, yeah, I'll never forget my anniversary. It's May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of what you guys are saying, Ivan says, a lot of what you guys are talking is directly caused by feminism paired with modern relationships.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. But the problem is that because you got goofballs that are like, we can't cuss on this channel, right?
You can't cuss anywhere.
Like slightly, like not cuss, but like just a little bit. No. Not cussing, man. It's just in the context. Just let me talk, please. When you got guys saying like, women are whores and sluts and they're the worst and you just treat them like that, and then they're like, yeah, and men should be like men and you just treat them like the whores they are and stuff like that. And then when we come out and say, hey, like we're not stupid and also like we are masculine and we lead our household, they're like, you're just the same as them. You're all pigs. You're all Andrew Tate and the same as them. You think we're not, but like we don't have an avenue to speak because we either have to be literally like pansies. Yes, pansies. We either have to be pansies or we're apparently like the worst, like of the worst of the other like kind. And it's like, well, you don't give us room to speak, which is why it's so important. Okay, not like we can't just speak for ourselves as men. Like we're men, we're strong, we lead our house. It's so important for our wives to do it, for women to, and they do, and that's why we don't have that kind of reputation in our church and our community because they say that. Like my wife goes up when she's talking to her coworkers and stuff like that, and they're uplifting and talk about good stuff about your husband. They're like, wow, you guys have a really great relationship. Yeah, a lot of people would have great relationship if they weren't dunking on each other all day.
Yeah, a lot of people would have great relationships if they followed the Bible.
Yeah. And also just weren't dunking on each other.
That's true.
Like if my wife takes all of my little mistakes and I take all of her little mistakes and we go say that stuff, you realize like when you're saying things about your spouse or whatever to other people, what you're doing is you're breaking apart their reputation one by one. But I'm not saying like you don't have a trusted friend who you open up some stuff with. I'm not talking about that. But when your general outlook on the person you love is like, I can say whatever faults they have, then that's how, I'm telling you, that's how other people will treat your significant other, right? Like no guy is going to walk up to my woman and like say like weird stuff to her, or even a woman, and say weird stuff about her and stuff like that. Oh, you're such a cool, because that's not how I represent my woman. I represent my woman with respect, with honor. So you better treat her that way, and she does the same. So you better treat her. But if you treat your significant other like a goofball, like a moron, especially let's be real, it goes more like the way women talk about their husbands and stuff like that, especially like, oh my god, like he woke up this morning and he like completely just like he was so dumb, like he just walked in the house, like I literally had to get him dressed. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
That man's probably a hardworking man doing something, trying to build a life for his family. He has other things. He has emotions that he can't, express all the time, and he's trying hard and he's working on all these. Don't badmouth him like that. You got a problem? Just talk to him about it, man. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, when we got married, we actually had this conversation before we got married. Like as we were getting closer to getting married, like, hey, I will never take issues that you and I are having and discuss them with my friends, with my parents, with my brothers. Like those discussions will be had with you.
Yes.
And you will never take issues that we're having and go discuss them with your friends and stuff like that, and your family members, your mom or your dad, or like we hash them out together. Like that's very important because
it is.
And the disrespect aspect, what a lot of people don't catch, is very important. This is a relationship channel right now, but it's a part of apologetics. You might not think it
You're
is,
listening
but it is.
to Apologia Center here on 103.6.
It's apologetics because it's a worldview issue, right? Like it informs, our worldview informs the way we treat one another in marriage. And so, what are you doing?
See, that was like, this is one of your sleazeball things that's so smart that you did there. This is an apologetics. Like, you make it so important.
But it is.
I know it is. But I'm just saying, you just like emphasize the importance of it. Where like you could have just said, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because
I'm picking these things up,
Yes,
guys.
That's fine.
Is that okay? Like, I'm picking this
I
up
do
right
them,
now.
you pick them up because
Yeah.
you're seeing them from the outside. So I do them internally because I like to have reasons for why
Yes.
I do the things I do, and I need solid reasons, or else I won't do them.
Yeah.
That's just me, right? As an individual, Arthur. Like if somebody comes and tells me go do this thing, and they don't give me a good enough reason to do it, I won't do it. It'd be seen as a waste of my time. So I need good reasons to do what I do. And so I justify things. Like if I would go, I'm going to act this way, I need it to be well-founded in my worldview in order to do that and commit myself to that. I think that's a good way of thinking. So, what was I saying? See, now you threw me off.
You were saying it's how it's an apologetic worldview. Like,
Yeah. So when you badmouth people, when you badmouth your spouse, and then your friends they hang out with your husband, they hang out with your wife, and they go, oh, like, they start having, because you might have expressed something in the moment, like out of anger or whatever like that, but you're over it. You go back home, when your wife make up, and it's all fine. But your friends haven't gone through that process. So the next time they see your wife, the next time they see your husband, they're going to have that view plus exaggerated in their view because they would have thought about it. They're like, how dare she treat my friend like that? My friend's a good guy. He's hardworking.
Yeah.
Or, vice versa. And then now they have a negative view of your spouse. But why would you do that? It's very unnecessary.
yeah.
And so it's unloving, it's uncaring in many, many, many different ways. This is why the Bible tells us that essentially do not let the sun go down on your anger, lest you give Satan a foothold. Like have rules of engagement to a certain extent in your marriage. If you're not married, prepare when you are getting married to implement these things into your life.
Yeah.
And things will go smoother, you guys. Your fights will be way smoother.
Yeah.
Because you'll fight.
Very smooth. Very smooth.
Comic relief. Dude, I don't know. I think about myself and I go, as a Christian, I'm a Christian, my wife's a Christian. We have some intense arguments, intense fights, right? Not like
theologically. He's talking about theologically.
No,
Yeah.
non-theologically.
Oh, okay. Trying to save you there.
Arguments.
Noah's Ark is on Mount Ararat.
Right on the tip.
No, it's not. Dude, imagine that's how all our fights were. Like, that's what I aim for. For my fights to just be
Giants
theological.
did exist in the land.
Yes.
But then I think to myself, I go, imagine if I wasn't a Christian and if my wife wasn't a Christian, how bad it would be. Because so often I'll get into these arguments. We'll get into these arguments. And then I'll take some time away and I go think and pray and consult God and look at scripture and stuff. And the Lord just humbles me and brings me to a place. Say I'm in the wrong. It's so much easier for me to go and apologize to her when I'm in the wrong because the Lord's dealt with me. God said, Arthur, you're wrong. You're not operating like this, my friend. So I go to my wife for the sake of the Lord, first and foremost.
For God's sake.
Yeah, for the sake of the Lord. First and foremost, because it's repentance. It's repentance. If I've mistreated my wife, I've sinned against her. I've sinned against God. Love your neighbor and love God with everything that you have. And so I repent to God. I go to my wife. I repent to her. I say, I was wrong. All this stuff. Now, I might consult scripture and look at it. And this is where the false humility comes in. I'm not going to apologize for something that I'm not wrong about for the sake of harmony or unity or however people want to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at scripture and I'm going to be like, wait, I'm right here. She's wrong. Now, I would go to her and I'd say, hey, the Bible says X, Y, and Z. You're wrong about this. You need to apologize. You need to, if you haven't realized it, if the Lord hasn't shown you that, often he does.
Have you ever done that, by the way? Like just walked up with the Bible?
No.
I thought you
think, no,
honey, it's right here.
In the Greek.
And there's a commentary section as well if you want to really know the details.
Passive aggressive. Passive aggressive would be you like leave it there open to that section. Like read it.
And I also just made a YouTube video regarding stuff. If you want to like and subscribe.
Oh, I don't think she's in here anymore.
They left. They all left. Once the conversation got serious,
I know. Gossiping about your own husband or wife is crazy work. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Arthur is spitting fire right now, like a dragon.
Yeah, he's crazy right now. You should see his desk. It's just wet. It's all spit right there. By the way, you learned this stuff too. Relationship advice. We should do a relationship. Guys, what do you guys think about a second branch or me just giving relationship advice?
No.
But in like an accent.
Tom would be great, by the way. Tom's a really, really good husband.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I look at Tom and the things he does, and I go, man, I gotta be like Tom a bit more. He doesn't know this. I'm just saying this. I don't normally go say this stuff to him, but he's great in many ways, way better than I am. So, props. Wow. We all learn from each other. That was a moment right there.
That's deep. I don't even want to joke around anymore. Seriously, that was pretty deep.
No, that's true. Yeah. It's very true. You say these things, and people might be like, "Oh, Tom's like super great," but they don't see behind the scenes. They don't see the things you do, right? Like, this guy regularly takes his wife out on a date.
Okay, you're being too nice now. Please
no.
Just yell at me about something.
Hey, that's very hard. People don't realize how hard it is to take your wife out on a date, especially when you have kids. It's work, bro. It's way easier staying home. Way easier staying home. Now, it might make a lot more sense staying home and cooking. If your wife does most of the cooking and stuff like that, you go, honey, I'm going to cook today. All right. I cooked yesterday, by the way.
Good for you. What'd you cook?
My wife said, man, some chorovats would hit the spot.
Ooh.
And I was like, say no more.
Did you use the simple grill?
I didn't. No. A lot more than the simplicity of the simple grill. And the simple grills, it would have taken me like 8 times. This was like twice. I got everything on and off.
Oh, you like cooked. Like.
Yeah, I made like barbecue for like 2 days.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
I was like, how much? She was like, make enough where we have leftovers tomorrow. I said, say no more. Went and got it cooked and all that stuff. And then got a Christmas tree, brought it, set it up. And then they decorated it. I just helped with the lights.
Really cute.
I just put the lights around it and they did the decoration. But like those things are important. It's very important to do those things. And it's good and intelligent to look at people who are successful. This man's he's coming up on 7 years of marriage.
7 years, y'all.
7 years, man. A lot of people say the first 2 years are the most difficult years of marriage. And I think they're right about that. They're very right about that.
Matt Walsh.
Arnold said that they always go to the same sushi spot. That's not true. They go to other places too.
No, but there is a sushi spot that we always see Arnold at.
Oh.
I won't name it, but it's really good. By the way, have you had Icon sushi? I can. You can. I can.
Where's that at?
It's in downtown Burbank. I think it's new. It's really good. It's all you can eat, $42, okay, per person, and all you can eat. Like literally get like anything you want.
Did you go there with Pastor Dave?
No. I've been there a couple times with the kids and the wife and stuff like that. It's very good. This last time we went, I was an animal. I mean, my wife was
start
shocked.
A stream talking about how fat you are and then talk about I went to sushi place. And
No, sushi's healthy. Sushi's healthy. But my wife was actually shocked. She's like, "You ate 3 hours ago," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm hungry." And like we were sitting at the bar, so the fish is right in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm seeing them slice it. I wanted to attack the man like that was making it, and just like
bite off his arm.
It was so good, dude. It was so good.
Never go to an all-you-can-eat sushi.
But no, it's
premium meat.
It's very good. Icon Sushi. Icon. Aikan.
Yeah, because if it was Icon, then it's
Icon
we
Sushi.
We don't believe in icons. We're Protestants.
It's pretty top quality.
We're Protestants, no icons.
Yes. Pretty top quality.
We don't pray through.
By the way, I was gonna say, you learn things. You learn some of these things as you go on, right? Like with your wife. Like I used to sit down with my wife, and Arthur, I have like a jokester personality, right?
Right. I think people have seen it on the
screen. Yeah. So I was like, growing up, like teenager years, and I have a clip of this I want to share out in a couple of weeks. Like it's me on Mike My's Caribbean's channel talking about this. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty legendary clip. I'll share this out. But I have what was I saying?
You have a joking personality.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I was a bit of an a-hole. A lot of it comes, by the way, from insecurity. When guys are super, at least this is how I think I was. When guys are super a-holes at a certain age, like young age, a lot of times it comes from like insecurity. I was insecure in a lot of ways. So I would just like, women are this, women shouldn't talk, they shouldn't teach, they're not smart, they shouldn't go to universities. I did like stupid, my wife's like, can you believe in some of those things you used to believe back in the day, like that I shouldn't go to work?
I mentioned this in church yesterday when you said you didn't know why you were a certain way.
Yeah.
I got up and I told you exactly why.
No, but apart from the theological side, that's a different. But So I was generally like just an a-hole, man. Like the way I would talk, it's like there's this high of like hurting people.
Bro, if you were on YouTube in those days, and it was these days, you'd be popular.
Yeah.
You'd be more popular.
I'd be popular, but I'd be like infamous. But anyways, like you say these nasty things as you're growing up, right? Like I did, at least. Maybe you didn't. And then when I matured up, by the way, like I didn't live with women like before I was married, and like, oh my gosh, we're living together and learning. So like we didn't do that kind of stuff, right? Like as Christians.
Bro,
so
by the way, that's like the most incel thing to do, in my opinion.
Incel thing?
Yeah, like not getting married and living with a woman.
Yeah,
you're a pansy if you do that.
Yeah, but anyways, I was gonna say, as I got married, I realized like the things are just like it's not hitting anywhere. Like so, early on in our relationship, guys, when I say I'm a jokester, like I'm at 5% on this camera. Seriously, like if I say some of the things I'm not saying I cuss and stuff, but like
he's only using 5%.
Like I say, I go to the line a lot, like, or at least I used to, right? And I realized when I married. When I was married, like early on, like I'm saying the jokes and it's slowly starting to not hit as much. Like she's not
impressed.
She's not laughing. She's never laughed at that stuff. Like when I would, and I realized, oh wait, now I'm just like I'm joking, but I'm dunking on the person who just like woke up and made me breakfast and was so kind and did this, and then you start realizing like this is not helpful. Like now my jokes are just becoming stupid. So you start changing the way you speak. Like I was one of the guys, like I could sit around with a few, like my brother and stuff like that, and I could say stuff just to piss off my wife or my fiance at the time, right? Just for the sake of being annoying and laughing. We said that, And then now it just doesn't hit anymore because you realize as you grow and you mature, you realize like that person is super important in your life.
Yeah.
And there's this level of respect you gain for the person. The reason I'm saying that is if you focus on those things as a married couple of like how much, like if you just step back for a second out of all the hustle and bustle of kids and drop off and this, and you realize how much you both are doing together to keep your family running, you gain a hell lot of respect for that person.
Way more than the politicians in our government.
Yeah, you gain a lot of respect, and you think twice the next time there's an opportunity to like dunk on them or say something out of frustration. You think twice about it. I guarantee you, and that's what I've learned. I'm telling you, I was an a-hole early on in my life for a very long time, and then you just become less of an a-hole.
Yeah,
as you sanctify.
Well, that's a proper way of thinking, right? That's definitely a proper way of thinking. In this, you said something that's very important. The amount of work the amount of work that your wife does, the amount of work that your husband does, is you appreciate it just through
My husband doesn't.
What?
My husband doesn't do any work. Sorry. See, that's stupid. See, now if I look 2 years later, I'll be like, why did you say that? He was making a serious point. But right now, I'm not there yet. I'm in the sanctification process. I'm in the sanctification process.
Yeah, we can tell.
I'm sorry.
Dang, Tom, your wife sounds like a saint. You were wild. Hey, if she rolls her eyes, somebody says something, she rolls her eyes.
I'm gonna go home today, and she's gonna.
I go, Todd, are you okay? I go, Todd, are you okay? And she'll do this thing of like, yes, I'm okay. I'm like, I know you're not okay.
She has this thing, like if I walk home and I've been saying some stupid stuff.
Bro,
on this
put
channel,
that hat on your hair.
I've been saying some stupid stuff on this. I look like a apostate prophet.
That's true.
My wife will give me some.
He might be related to you. Who knows?
Hi, how are you? Did you have lunch? And I'm like, hey, babe, it was just show business.
Did you have fun on the stream today? What did you talk about? What did you talk about?
How was it, honey?
Challenge you to a duel. Oh, gosh. Okay, chat.
This was fun, by the way. Are we ending it?
Fun. No.
I can go on another 3-4 hours.
No, we're good. We're good. Okay. I just want to look at some of the questions.
Guys, share it out. Let some people go. Why is there 10 people in here? What do we have to do here, guys?
I know. Take over the world. Even if we did that, like 18 people would know the world has been conquered.
You want me to cheer for you? Should I cheer? Should I do cheerleading? Ow.
Evening, guys. Oh, it's not evening here, but evening. Unfortunately, not staying. Early morning as per usual.
Who said that?
It's not evening for him as well.
Boo.
I just wanted to drop in and say God bless, and hopefully we'll get to catch you all sometime in the week.
Who is this?
A.H. Bespoke.
Oh, you don't know this person?
No.
Oh, they were just saying online. I thought like they were going to catch us
No.
Hey, you might catch us, man, but you won't catch us slipping.
Yeah, can't wait to take all of my life advice from this channel in the future. I don't know whether he's being serious or...
Yeah, bro. Who's saying this?
Jerome.
Bro, you capping Jerome?
He better not be. I mean, I will give you life advice. And we can find you a woman to marry, Jerome. It's just you're too young for all the women that I know. I sense that this wasn't where you thought the stream was going. I mean, I literally had no idea where the stream was going. That's why it's empty, which is like there's no title and stuff. I should edit that, huh? I should put something like advice on women.
Bro, yeah. See, now you're going somewhere. Your titles are way too like G-rated. And I don't mean like you need to be inappropriate. I mean like you don't like to ruffle the feathers.
Yeah.
Like I titled this like, when will women understand?
You know what I've been doing actually. I've been telling ChatGPT like what the stream or interview or whatever it is on, and then saying, okay, give me like searchable titles, and it does a really good job of breaking down like, here's a title, because I've trained it to know that I do philosophy and apologetics and all that stuff. So it does a good job where it'll be like, oh, this is an edgy title. This is like more in line with your brand.
Yeah.
This is like more in line with this. So then I get to pick, and then now YouTube gives you this thing where you can have multiple. You know this, right? You can have multiple titles per video.
Oh, that's cool. How does that work?
Here, I'll show you. So you post your title here. And then they test run it.
Ooh.
So you notice that this title is outperforming these ones.
And it'll keep changing the titles? Like
so
on its own?
It pitches it to different like crowds and stuff, and then sees who's clicking on it and stuff like that. You can always change it. You can always run a new test. So like clearly this one's doing pretty good versus these. So it'll give me, so I'll pick, 3, and then I'll run with it.
By the way, if you can play that video I sent you.
You just sent me a video?
Yeah. You guys, it might cuss, but it's like, I think it's blocked off from what I see. But this was, did you get it? I thought I sent you a link. Guys, check this out. This is pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys saw this.
What?
What's going on?
I just got a text. It says, you guys on YouTube talking about random stuff and then invite me to watch you and Tom. Vatekara.
Who is this?
My brother. Did you invite him to watch this?
No.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's saying. He's acting like I went to his house and knocked on his door and I said, hey, brother, 1 p.m. today, turn on your YouTube.
Who? Okay, this might have cussing.
This is Andrew Wilson. This is Andrew Wilson talking to some woman. This is pretty intense. Check
so,
this
okay,
out.
Before we... Hang on, I gotta... Before we play this...
Hide your kids.
Yeah,
hide your wife.
Please hide your kids, hide your wife. Which is sexism, I guess. So the thing I was going to say, one of the things I don't like about these... Let me see how it's going to appear on our screen here. One of the things I don't like about these things, this podcast, these sort of podcasts, is that they generally speaking, not always, but generally speaking, they'll invite like absolute bimbos who are trying to defend their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And the men usually will be the ones saying like, you guys don't know what you're doing and all that stuff. Okay. I guess we'll watch it like this. We're not missing much.
Just, yeah.
Fun. Playbacks.
No, leave it at regular. It's a minute. Come on, man. You're such a YouTuber.
I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe. And I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
Okay.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh.
Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
We can handle this.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I
daddies?
just say? Dyke?
Your wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
Dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to...
Do the women that you try
show
to...
your hatred against...
Do the women that you try
convince
to...
them that they shouldn't...
You know, Charlie, did I bring...
Women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family...
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You
family
called me
into
fucking
anything?
stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's
man.
go through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing which is immoral.
Okay.
I'll
let me tell you why.
Give me context.
told you to play it.
Why
Just
did
because-
we just watch this?
So this was trending as like him getting owned moment, and because he's always out there like, you know, talking about conservative like values and women this and women that and women that, and this girl like, I mean, this was trending like crazy. She apparently calls him out like your apparently guys, apparently his wife apparently has, and this is public news now, so I'm not like throwing it out there, has like kids with 3 different men, and she cheated on her husband while, like, she cheated with this guy while she had a husband, and then they had a kid. Anyways, what the point she's trying to make is like, you try to like throw these values out, but you don't live by them, right? And this is what I sent you this when somebody asked a question about what do you think about Andrew Wilson type of debate, this is what I think. I think that the way you live your life has consequences when you start talking about other people. And so, look, I know this myself. I've talked to Arthur personally about this. There are sometimes things I talk about now that I'm like, damn, I'm such a hypocrite. Like if somebody were to look at the entire scale of my life. And so what you do as a Christian is you go like, I'm going to get as far away from that hypocrisy as possible and be more like Jesus each and every day. So when somebody examines my life and they talk about me kind of like the David Wood situation, they can say, oh, look at what David Wood did. But when did he do that? Oh, he was such a bad person. But when was he such a bad person? Oh, but he's 45 now and he's not like, oh, so there was a change in his life, right? But when you claim to be like standing up for biblical truth and biblical manhood, but you talk like that to people every day, right, on these things for like shock alert, shock value, and then somebody calls you on it, right, and says, wait a minute, you're saying all this stuff, but you're this and you're that and your family's this, and then that defensiveness comes out, like, whoa. It's like, dude, let's be real. I agree with Andrew Wilson for a lot of things he says. I'm way more on Andrew Wilson's team than I am on that woman's team, whoever she is, right, if you listen to it. But it matters the way you speak. Like, it matters the way you talk. So that's what I was trying to say. There's two ends of things, right? Like, this is when we said there's pansies, and then there's people that talk like that. They can't hold their own weight, right?
Here's the issue here. That plenty of people, like I said, plenty of people in a certain community will watch this and be like, see, Andrew put that woman in her place, called her these names, called her da-da-da-da. But he only did it when his family life was brought into the picture. Now, Andrew's, I know what his defense is going to be. It's going to be, well, she attacked my wife.
It was. You're right. That was the defense.
Yeah. It's you attacked my wife. I didn't bring it. Like, I brought arguments, and then you attacked my wife. But there should be something said about what you're bringing up, because it's not your wife that's being brought up per se. It's you're being brought up, whether you're consistent with what you're preaching.
Yeah.
Right. So it's equivalent to Jesus talking about the Pharisees, right? Essentially saying that you should do what they tell you to do, but don't do what they do, because they're hypocrites.
Yeah.
So Jesus distinguishes between their speech versus the way they live their lives. In our society, in any society, I would say, those things are very closely related, obviously. Like, the ideal situation is you want someone to live a certain way, and they live in accordance to the stuff that they preach. And then nobody has anything to say about that. As a matter of fact, this is a qualification for leadership in a New Testament church, is that you would have a good reputation, that people wouldn't have anything to say about your reputation. You're not going to give them things to say about your reputation that's going to disqualify you. You're honorable, respectable, and all that stuff. I wish Andrew held his nerve in that moment. It would have looked so much better if he held his nerve and said something like, okay, I hear you, but I brought out arguments that had nothing to do with anyone's life. It had nothing to do with your family or X, Y, and Z. The arguments stand on their own, regardless whether I live like that or don't.
Yeah.
Like that would
have been the least embarrassing answer, but still pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I understand why he's getting defensive and all that stuff, because now he's being attacked. But again, the other thing is, I don't see a need, even in a conversation like that, to say, I can't convince you of my worldview, and that's because you're just stupid.
Yeah.
Here's why I don't. I'll tell you why I don't. Stephen is, in the book of Acts, being killed. And he stands in front of the people and says, brothers, fathers, and then he gives the sermon. One of the guys that is there, that everybody's respecting and everybody lays down their coats in front of, is Paul, Saul of Tarsus. I wonder if Stephen stood there and said, Saul, you know why I can't convince you of my worldview? It's because you're stupid.
Yeah.
Look, presumably, I don't know how old these people are that he's talking to. Most of the stuff that I've seen that are like this, they're on the younger end. Like, man, for all we know, when they're like 30, 35, sadly, it might take some time, they're going to look back and say, man, I was very stupid. Like a lot of us have. Look back and say, man, I was really stupid when I was young. I made really dumb, stupid decisions in X, Y, and Z. And maybe they come to their senses. Even if they are stupid, maybe they come to their senses. So I look at that in a polemical sense of, is it necessary in a conversation to call someone stupid for you not being able to convince them? Like, I would have not said that. As a matter of fact, I would have said it has nothing to do with knowledge.
Yeah.
I would have said something like this. Charlie, right? Okay, so Charlie, it doesn't seem like it's possible for me to convince you of my worldview. That's not because I'm not a good orator, and that's not because I don't have good arguments. That's because you are unwilling. Your will is set against the things I'm talking about. So your will's the issue. It has nothing to do with the intelligence. I would have even said you seem like a very smart and intelligent individual, but your will's the problem. You are not willing to bend it to the truth of the matter, to the facts of the matter. I think that would have been a way better response in a situation like that. And this is partly why I see these things and I go, man, there's like 80 million other things you could have said in that moment. And maybe, I don't know, maybe Andrew afterwards would say, Arthur, you're right. There could have been many other ways I could have put it, and I didn't. I was wrong or whatever like that. I don't know. I've never had a conversation with Andrew Wilson. I've talked to a couple of people that have had conversations with him, and they had pretty good things to say about him, frankly. They were like, hey, he's a great guy. I was like, okay, I've never met him. I can't comment on that. So I just really can't get behind with some of the ways he's talking about people. But that's the way I would have done it. And I think it would have been received better. I know it's not clippable. I know it wouldn't be like, check this out. This woman got owned. She got called a whore and a slut and all this stuff. Yeah, but then what's my intent at that point?
Yeah. Also, is your intent like, because Andrew Wilson considers himself like a Christian.
Yeah.
Like it's part of his persona. Is his faith is a big part of what he does, right? So, I can't imagine myself in any scenario calling a woman that I'm speaking to like that stupid, especially like effing stupid on television and justifying that. So we gotta look. We always say this, Arthur, when we talk in person. It's an overcorrection, right? So men have been told, shut up, don't talk, you're stupid, you're hateful, you're racist, you're bigot, you're chauvinist. So then there's these guys that are like overcorrecting the language, where there is actually a method to do it, and that's the method like of Jesus Christ. Like the one who you believe. And I know it's cringy and cliche and stuff, and I don't usually use this, like, what would Jesus do? But, like, in what way, like, if you care for the soul of the person you were listening to, for their heart, for where they'll end up, for their relationship or potential relationship with God, then you would never think that there's no way to convince you, because your theology would tell you if God wants to convince someone of an argument, that he can do it. So like, shouldn't the vision be bigger than just like one subject? Shouldn't it be like...
Yes. So here's where my beef generally ends up being, is because I'm an evangelist at heart.
Yeah.
And whenever I get into conversations with people, it's not for the purposes of changing our society, making our society more conservative. It's not for all of those values. Bring family values back, whatever that would mean. My thing is, bring this person to Christ, all the rest will follow. And so I focus on that. Like, what are the best ways of me representing the gospel to this individual and giving them an opportunity to become Christians, so they no longer have an excuse for rejecting the gospel.
Yeah, that's right.
And so that changes the way I speak about these things. It's not a personal issue that I have with individuals. It's a gospel issue. And so I bring that into the conversation, and I present it in such a way where even if they reject it, they can't say anything about me. They can't say, oh man, he was a jerk and he was rude, he cussed me out and did this, because I didn't do any of that stuff. Like I said, I would have said something like, it seems to me that you are a very intelligent individual and you understand exactly what I'm saying, but it seems like I'm not going to be able to convince you.
Yeah.
And I think at the bottom line, at the end of this, is because you just don't want your will to be submitting to the will of God. Right? And so to a certain extent, you deflect on that of like, hey, I'm not saying this stuff. This stuff is not Arthur's ideas against your ideas. This stuff is God's ideas, his revelation, his word, versus the stuff you're saying and the way you're living your life.
Yeah.
And let that work itself out. So I think there's a better way. I don't know if there's always a better way, because there might be situations where there just isn't. I don't know, situations I've never thought about. But almost always, I think there's a better way of approaching situations like this. It's a debate, it seems right? It's a debate. It's the two of them sitting, and there's a moderator. And like, you don't want to go into a debate and say, the reason why I'm unable to convince you of my view is because you're stupid.
Yeah, you're already giving up.
Yeah.
Like, why are you here then? Yeah.
Like, even if they are stupid, you should have pity on them for their stupidity.
That's right.
If you're talking to a unintelligent child, right? An unintelligent teenager, they just don't know any better. You don't look at them and say, you're so stupid, you don't understand math. You have pity on them. You explain it. You try to find 5 different ways of explaining the concept to them so they understand it. Because it doesn't help anyone in the situation to call them stupid and just move on. That's my take on this.
Very good.
If I was Ruslan, I'd be like, hey, Adam, clip that out for the next video and stuff like that. But we have to do all the work. Big shout out.
You got to clip your own videos.
big shout out to Ruslan. I'm so happy that Arthur exists. Thank you, man. I don't have to say things because he says things that I would say all the time.
So you're just saying you're happy you exist then?
Yeah, I know. It seems like, Jerome, it was more
this
like...
is some kind of like...
I'm so happy I'm lazy and I don't say stuff because Arthur's going to say them anyways. The way I would say them, because I have great ideas. Plain. Just picking. By the way, Jerome earlier said that the Chinese place we took him to, the all-you-can-eat
Han
spot.
Yeah.
He said it was bomb. It was really good. Coming from a woman's perspective regarding Andrew, it's disgusting. That language to a woman is not only dishonoring to Christ, it's mocking him too. I would raise my voice to him, not have a foul mouth. Yeah, it's unnecessary the way I would think about it. Who is Andrew Wilson? Seems irrelevant. But if you attack someone's character, then it opens up being freely attacked back. Very good point. Can't imagine that guy being a Christian. Well, he says he's a Christian, and we'll leave it there. The thing is, I don't jump into saying things like he's not a Christian or he's a Christian, because at the end of the day, we don't know. The Bible says, do not judge another man's servant, because God will be, that's speaking about a man and God relationship, another man's servant, because they will have to give account to God for everything that they've done. And so, yeah, we can correct each other, and the Bible is useful for, teaching, rebuking. Just take a picture.
Yeah. The set looks really cool right now. So I'm just kidding.
And so with all that, I would say Christians could be wrong. Christians could be wrong about the way they approach situations. And, I know I've been plenty of times. Yeah. I think we got a video out of that, Tom.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Good stuff, guys. Who's on here still? Oh, we still got 10 people in here. Okay. I said for a while I don't like a lot of what Andrew Wilson does. I've criticized a lot of what he says and does, but I believe he is necessary individual and voice.
Yeah, he might be necessary.
He could be that voice still without doing that part.
Yeah. We've had this conversation about Trump specifically, Tom. It's like, is he necessary? Mm-hmm. Maybe. Like, there is an aspect of a culture being responsible for raising up the individuals on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Whether that's left or right. And so, like, ultra annoying feminism is gonna give rise to guys like Andrew Wilson, who are gonna be dudes who are very confident in themselves, and then they're not gonna care about that you got offended or you called them a name or you cussed them out. They're gonna look at you in the eyes. They're gonna cuss you out. They're gonna cuss your family out and your mom out, and then walk away and have a beer.
Yeah, but the left is learning the strategy a little bit, right? So now they're saying, okay, we can't shut them up and call them all these names because that the culture isn't accepting of that anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fight them back like that.
Yeah.
And that's happening all over. You got people like Destiny and all these kind of people that are now like aggressively fighting back. So now, okay, so let's say they've leveled the playing field in that sense, where now you don't have to fear being called names for saying your opinion. So now maybe what you can do is actually say like really good opinions, like actually spit the truth, so that when they're attacking you, so if you were fighting for having a voice, right, and you're like, we can't say anything because we're being called names and stuff, and now like it's accepted that you can say whatever you want to say. Now don't go overboard and say something so outrageous where the other side stands up and says like, look at all these morons, they're all, like maybe now start saying like truthful things. And people do this all the time. We have edgy people of our own. Like David Wood is pretty edgy, right? Like our own David Wood is pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have to go and like start cussing people out like that to be edgy. Like we have edgy people on our side. And Andrew Wilson could be exactly who he is. Wilson.
There are situations. This is why I said I don't ever see a situation like there are situations I can see myself in, which it would require for me to be edgy.
Yeah.
Right. It would, but there were certain boundaries I wouldn't cross.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, there's these boundaries where if I've crossed it, I've lost.
Yeah.
Or if I've crossed it, I've dishonored Jesus. Because I think those are boundaries put in there by God himself, not just me. So for example, cursing your brother, right? James speaks about this. How can you praise God and then curse another person? Like that's serious, man. You don't just go willy-nilly cussing people out, and then go into church and sing hymns or pray. This shouldn't exist in a Christian's life.
That's right.
And we need to read scripture and take it very seriously, plain and simple. But I can see myself being in situations. I mean, you know what? Put this in contrast. Put this in contrast to Charlie Kirk being on the same exact show.
Yeah.
And how uncomfortably slanderous and, the words like escape me. Because there's a scene where like one of the girls like asks him like, you watch my stuff, don't you? Like things like coming at his character, knowing that he's got these values as a Christian and all these things.
Baiting, accusatory.
Like baiting him. And then Charlie looks at her and says, I really feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
They like find your identity in prostitution, essentially. Like now, a lot of people would have said, "Well, Charlie Kirk was edgy." He was, but there's a wisdom in regards to like where you're at. They're like coming at him, saying stuff about him and his wife and all these and there's individuals. They're like when you do street preaching, man. I've seen folks on the streets do some crazy stuff, and you learn like, oh, this is a moment where I'm not going to engage, or I am going to engage in this way, or I'm going to engage in the other way. That just comes with wisdom in the moment. Charlie Kirk could have looked at that girl and said, stop acting like a whore. Could have. Right? But he didn't. He looked at her with pity and said, I just feel sorry for your existence, that you live like this, you act like this. So yeah, there's a wisdom there, I think, that we should employ definitely in public discourse. I view Andrew Wilson almost identically to Trump, but I criticize his behavior more because he does claim to be a Christian. I don't disagree with what you guys are saying, by the way. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, a good distinction. But I do think, and I've seen this again historically, and I've seen this in certain contexts where you'll have people acting a certain way. I'll give you a very simple example. You're in junior high school, right? You got a bully in the junior high. You're in high school. You got a bully in that high school. The guy's been picking on people for like 2-3 years. And then there's a kid that shows up at the school who just doesn't care. He has nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing. And that guy goes and picks on this kid. And that kid knocks him out. Right? Embarrasses him. Gets in a fight with him. Any one of those things. Because he just doesn't care. Because part of what was giving the bully the ammunition to act that way is that he was surrounded by a lot of people that cared. And he didn't care. But now he came across someone who just really doesn't care. And Andrew Wilson is like that kind of a guy. Like I said, he'll sit there and he'll tell these people off and he'll cuss them out and stuff like that. And he'll go on with his life. He'll go have a beer afterwards and hang out with his friends. Just doesn't care. I know guys like this who don't care. They'll say it to you. They're not like me. Right? Like earlier with Tom.
They're not like us.
Yeah, they're not
like us.
Like Tom was talking about earlier, like how I process information and the way I deliver it and stuff. And to a certain extent, Tom's one of those guys who'll just say things. He kind of holds himself back because he's like, this is Arthur's thing. Like if it was his, he'd be saying stuff very differently. And maybe one day we'll launch something where it's just his and then he'll be able to say whatever he wants the way he wants it. Daily Wire status. But he's just like those guys. He doesn't care. He'll get up there. He'll tell them to their faces. And then everybody gets shocked. Oh, this guy's saying all the... Yeah. Because he doesn't care what you think. He doesn't lose sleep over it. One bit. Other people might. And that gives you power. That whole thing of like, oh, you're making me uncomfortable. I was watching a little clip today. Lila Rose had this guy on. He's a Canadian guy. And he said that he gave the story. It was a crazy story, man. This dude, okay, I'm going to try to like censor this as much as possible. Basically, this dude went to jail for acts against really, 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 really small minors. Really small. Like under 2.
My goodness.
So went to jail, and a number of years later, or sometime later, he started identifying as a woman. The Canadian government essentially paid for him to get implants and stuff like that, and then took him and put him in a women's jail facility. And then they put him next to a bunch of women. I guess in Canada, there's this law where women can have their children with them until a certain age, even when they're in jail. And this guy's like close to those kids. Everyone knows this. So this guy basically got up and went to confront some politicians about this specific thing. He said he went and he started sharing this and a bunch of people were listening. And then he goes, one of those people who's a politician looked at him and said, you are making me very uncomfortable right now. And he's like, really? Really? I'm making you uncomfortable? You don't care about those women?
Yeah. Oof.
He didn't say that. I'm saying that.
Yeah.
But he implied it. Because my words make you... Why are you even uncomfortable over this situation? Right? But the only thing that gives them the power is you actually caring that they're uncomfortable. And in certain circumstances, you shouldn't care at all that they're uncomfortable. They should be uncomfortable. They should feel like sleazeballs. Okay? They should absolutely feel that way because the moment calls for it. And this, again, goes to the wisdom aspect of it. Tom, you took your earbuds off. Do you have to leave?
No, my ears are just hurting.
Oh, okay. Let me see. How are we doing, chat?
I love how our conversations start. They kind of start like silly and then eventually get to.
Did you get this? Did someone send you this?
No, I haven't looked at my phone.
This is so funny. It's for me and you. Yeah,
I got it too.
It says we just got a ChatGPT produced. We just got a ChatGPT produced flyer against us by some people who love us a lot. It says Apologia Center, where the data is made up and the men are always right. Grand opening of the Department of Outdated Theories. Come learn how to misinterpret statistics with confidence. Explain things to women who never asked. It's also called mansplaining. Featuring our newest workshop, How to Be Wrong Loudly. Apologia Center, proudly recycling 1950s logic in a 2025 world. Tells you that the people that we have that support us and love us.
They really love us.
Are critics of us. That was funny, actually. Sent a laughing emoji. Say it's actually 1935, not the 1950s. and then write something like, if you have issues with the Bible, it's not our fault.
That's good.
You know, one of the things that you could write actually is, just because something is old doesn't make it false. There's an underlying assumption there.
Take me back to the 1950s, but with air conditioning. I ain't trying to.
I might need to rewatch the Wilson segment. I might need to clip it for another purpose. Okay. That's like an inside thought coming out and writing on our chat. Okay, chat. We've been going on for 2 hours. Let's call it a day.
Good stuff, guys.
This started very interesting and well. And it was great.
Yeah. The women came in, just yelled at us, and then left.
By the way, you see the spike?
They left when it was the important stuff.
Do you see the spike right here?
Yeah.
That's when all the women...
That's when they all came in. They're like, and he's telling you, and then it's just like, when the serious stuff came up, it was like,
yeah, we don't know.
And there was a bunch of us guys sitting here talking about important stuff. Yeah. Me, you, Jerome, Truth Seeker. We had Narek in here. Back to Orthodoxy. And we were just like, all right, time to get serious now. Let's talk about the real stuff.
They've left. Now, you know those memes? It was like, Are they gone? Yeah, okay, let's go. Educational purposes. Okay. Hey, man, thanks for hanging out. As always.
It's been a pleasure.
Take care, guys. God bless you.
See you next week.
We will see you guys. I will see you guys later. He'll see you guys next week. Take care.